I want to go back to Dingy Harry's question. Grab soundbite number, or his answer, number 5. The Dana Bash question. And I have the transcript of the full question that she asked here. She said to Dingy Harry, given what you said, will you at least pass that? And if not, aren't you playing the same political games that the Republicans are? So even in her question, she savaged the Republicans. Even in her question, she ripped the Republicans, and that wasn't good enough for him. Then she said, I mean, the premise is the Republicans are playing political games with the lives of children. How much more bias can you get? And that's what her point is. She is saying in her question here, the premise of her question is that the Republicans are playing political games with the lives of children. She's totally on his side. The Republicans are not playing games. It's Obama and Harry Reid who've shut down the government. There are 200 kids that can't get treated for cancer at NIH. The Republicans offered a bill to fund it. That and many others. And every damn one of them, Obama and Harry Reid have said no to. And while they say no to it, they accuse the Republicans, and Dana Bash did in her question. The premise of her question is the Republicans are playing political games with the lives of children. And that's still not enough for Harry Reid. And then she said, you all talked about children with cancer unable to go to clinical trials. House is going to pass a bill that funds at least that. And given what you've said, will you at least pass that? And if not, aren't you playing the same political games that Republicans are? And Harry Reid said, listen, Senator Durbin explained that very well, and he did it here. He did it on the floor earlier, as did Senator Schumer. What right did they have to pick and choose what part of government's going to be funded? It's obvious what's going on here. You talk about reckless and irresponsible. Wow. What this is all about is Obamacare. They're obsessed. I don't know what other word I can use. They're obsessed with this Obamacare. It's working now, and it'll continue to work, and people love it more than they do now so far. So they have no right to pick and choose. And that's when she said, but if you could help one child who has cancer, why wouldn't you do that? And here's that exchange again. Soundbite number 5. Listen to this. Now that you've heard her premise, which was to attack the Republicans, she is totally on his side throughout this question, except when she says, if you can help one child who has cancer, why wouldn't you do it?
If you can help one child who has cancer, why wouldn't you do it?
Why would we want to do that? I have 1,100 people at Nellis Air Force Base that are sitting home. They have a few problems of their own. To have someone of your intelligence suggest such a thing maybe means you're irresponsible.
I'm just asking a question. Oh, God, Harry, I love you so much. I'm just asking a question. It's like, I don't know. Someone of your intelligence suggests such a thing maybe means you're responsible. Helping a child. So he's on the hot seat. Now, the reason, folks, I'm spending time on this is because you know it as well as I do, that meanness, that heartlessness, which came naturally to him. He was faced with a straightforward question. If you could help kids, why wouldn't you? Why would we do that? The media tells everybody that it's the Republicans who have no heart. It's the Republicans who hate women, war on women, kids, minorities, you name it. It's the Republicans who are trying to fund these programs after the Democrats shut this process all down. And the truth always comes out. It's Dingy Harry is the mean SOB. It's Harry Reid who is the snarky, mean, insensitive, little get off my yard guy. Even snapping at one of his own friends in the media. So then we get to the next soundbite where he's asked somebody in the press said Bill Press released a clip. He interviewed Dingy Harry and he released a clip of it because nobody listens. So they had to release a transcript. And the question was, there's been some flack in the last few hours over a comment you made on CNN, Dingy. You were asked on CNN if you could help one child who has cancer, why wouldn't you do it? And your response was, why would we want to do that?
Little kids who are not going to have clinical trials. Of course I care about that. I have 16 of my own grandchildren, 5 children. What I told Dana Bash, who is a fine reporter, is that we care about all these things. We care about our state parks. We care about our veterans. But we can't fall into the trap. And here is the trap of the Cruz-led Republicans. And that is this. Listen, we'll cherry pick. We'll open this today and this tomorrow and this tomorrow. And finally, at the end, everything will be open except the money to finish Obamacare.
Folks, this is a mean, vindictive, partisan little man who gets away with it because he's so soft-spoken you can barely hear him. Cherry pick? Cherry pick? What the heck is Obamacare now but nothing but a cherry-picked amalgam of things that are taken out of it so that they will not hurt the Democrat Party if implemented? I mean, this is outrageous. 2,500 waivers, you name it. The cherry picks that Obama has made with his own bill dwarf what's going on here. And I think Harry Reid proves, folks, pardon me, I got something in my eye here, I need to rub it. I think Harry Reid proves exactly why the government should not have so much control over people's health care. Because Harry Reid was basically saying, you do what we say or kids will die. Now, a government, no government, should ever have that much power over its citizens, but particularly ours, which is a constitutional republic. You do what we say or kids will die. That was Harry Reid exercising the power that he thinks he has. Why would we do that? Why would we save the life of a child? By the way, all of Harry Reid's kids are congressional lobbyists. When it comes to cherry picking, what are the Republicans asking for that Obama hasn't already gotten? They just asked for a delay of the individual mandate, just like Obama got an employer mandate delay. Cherry picking. Obamacare is a cherry orchard. Obamacare is a cherry pie. Obamacare is a cherry Pop-Tart. Obamacare is cherry Kool-Aid. And we're all being forced to drink the damn stuff. Mr. President, the person holding up funding of this government and shutting it down is you and Senator Reid. The GOP have already and is prepared to send you bills to fund the government. If you really want to fund the NIH to help those sick little people, those kids, here's a bill. Here's a pen. Go fund yourself. WIC, Head Start, the national parks, here's a bill. Here's a pen. Go fund yourself. Military? No, you don't really want to fund them, so never mind. Here's a bill that extends the same subsidies, waivers, and breaks that you've given members of Congress, your union buddies, other special interest groups. Here's a bill that gives all that to the American people. Here's a bill. Here's a pen. Fund that. How about an Obamacare that treats everybody the same, Mr. President? Or how about an Obamacare that we just simply don't do right now because it's such an abject mess? Harry Reid. And yet, folks, it's the Republicans. Even after that happens, listen to Van Jones. He's on Crossfire last night on CNN, and they're talking about Harry Reid, saying, what do you mean, save one child's life? Why would we do that?
He's going to get beat up for that. I think we all know that Reid cares a lot about kids. It was a good question and a bad answer. I'll give you that. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to sit here and say that he handled the question well.
Except that you naturally want to come and give him the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because he's a good liberal. Did you guys give Romney the benefit of any doubt when you're telling lies about him, Mr. Jones?